guys, Mike and Katie here. Welcome back to our show. Today we're going to do some more Blaster Master.
We're going back to the Game Boy now. We're going to play Blaster Master Enemy Below on the Game Boy Color. The second and last handheld in Blaster Master series. So, never played this game before. We're going to take a look at it and see what it's all about.
Let's go.
As always, our trusted Super Game Boy. I'm going to play it on the big TV.
Blaster Master Enemy Below was released on the Game Boy Color in America on September 20th, 2000. It was developed and published by Sunsoft. This game was previously released as Metafight EX in Japan on February 24th, 2000, and later released in Europe on October 27th of the same year. According to the book, the main character is still Jason. One day, a stranger arrives at his house and pleads for Jason to help destroy the creatures of the darkness. Apparently, they created some kind of creatures at this research facility. They escaped, and now they need Jason to hunt them down and destroy them. Jason, who is definitely up for the challenge, reactivates Sophia and is off to find these creatures. They're of course hidden all over the place, or else this wouldn't be Blaster Master.
This game is compatible with Super Game Boy to be used with the Super Nintendo. But if you play this way, you only get to choose between two different colors. You can take full advantage of the colors of this game by using the Game Boy Player on the GameCube, which allows full color and comparable graphics to Nintendo. The game is very similar to Nintendo. In fact, as you start playing it out, you might think it's a remake, but actually it isn't. It's a brand new game. This time, they're generous enough to make it a password game with unlimited continues. The password is also only 8 characters long, which is also nice, and is not absurdly long like some games. Of course, this game has many similarities, such as level design and types of levels, but there are also new bosses, and the paths you have to take to get to each level have also changed. Similar to the original NES game, this game has two types of gameplay. The side-scrolling car parts, which this game calls subterranean passages, and also the overhead or top-down areas called catacombs. Much like Nintendo, there are 8 levels with a boss in each level. A new challenge with this game is you must find a key first in a level, and then progress to the boss. So unlike Nintendo, where you can just go right to the boss stage, this game you have to first find the key, and then go to the boss, which means you have to go into at least 2 catacombs, rather than just 1.
So the game starts out, of course, with you and Sophia. You are off to explore in the car, searching for the catacombs. Sophia has the regular attack you're used to seeing, and she also has 3 special attacks: the homing missile, the thunder break, and the 3-way missiles. In order to use the special weapons, like the previous game, you have to pick up the icons. Each icon increases your remaining missiles by 10. There are 2 meters located at the bottom of your screen. The hover meter is to your left, and the power meter is to the right. However, keep in mind you won't be able to collect or use the hover until level 3. You can collect the little P icons to increase your power by 1, and once hover is unlocked, you can collect the H icons to increase your hover by 1. As usual, by pushing the select button, Jason can hop out of the car to explore some more. Keep in mind though, Jason is weak out here on his own and takes damage easily, especially from falling any height higher than what he's able to jump himself. When entering a catacomb with Jason, you'll be entering into the top-down view mode. In this mode, the bottom left hover meter is replaced by the gun meter. Now, each time you collect a gun icon, your gun power will be increased by 1 to a maximum of 3. Available in this game is a Gun 2 item. Once you acquire the Gun 2 item, this gun meter can be upgraded further to a max of 8. In addition to the normal shot and the grenade, this game introduces a new weapon, which is the shotgun. We'll describe in a little bit how to get this weapon.
Once again, this game is a Metroidvania style game, where you have to explore and collect new items to help you reach other areas that were previously inaccessible. So much like Nintendo, there will be a lot of backtracking to find new areas and of course to find the bosses. The game has 8 levels, with each level having a boss. When each boss is defeated, they'll give you items necessary to complete the game. There's a helpful map provided in the booklet. Looking at this map, you can immediately see that it's not the same map as Nintendo, and the areas have been shifted around a bit. Hidden throughout the levels are these 5 bonus items. These are not necessary to collect, but I would recommend collecting these as it will make the game much easier to beat. The first special item you'll find is in level 1, but don't head out just yet to get this, because you'll need to hover in order to reach this item. Once you do, you'll receive the Crasher, which makes Sophia's gun stronger. The Hybrid Armor is another one of these special items, and is located in Area 2. To get this item, you're going to need the Stronger Gun 1. Make sure you get this one because it increases the power meter of the vehicle by 2. It will definitely help out with getting to the final Jason room in level 8. The third special item is located in Area 1. You'll need the High Jump, the Dive, and the Gun 1 to get this item, which is called Gun 2. This is a super important item to pick up to help you with the final boss as well as the rest of the game, because this one will upgrade your maximum gun level from 3 to 8 in the gun meter. The launcher is the fourth item and located in level 3. This one can only be accessed if you have the hover and gun 1. This will help Jason to throw the grenades farther when he's in the catacomb sections. The fifth and final special item is located in Area 5. In order to get this little gem, which is a new weapon, the shotgun, you'll first need to get the dive and the wall. The shotgun is for Jason to use in the catacomb sections and produces a short but strong burst. He is now also able to switch between the shotgun and a regular normal gun.
This game starts off just like Nintendo in a jungle-themed setting. It appears to be the same level, but as you make your way through it, it becomes clear that even though this level has a very similar look with the same enemies as the NES version, it is a completely different layout. Explore and make your way through the level to find the first door, which will lead you to the first Jason section. This area again has very similar enemies as in Nintendo. Some of the enemies look a little different or have new abilities, like this guy who moves 4 ways instead of 2. This is a giant cannibal flower, who frankly is very easy to beat and a little boring. This boss, like most bosses in the game, is much easier to beat with an upgraded gun because they have a longer shot. This enables you to be further away from the enemy and have enough room to dodge the attacks. The item that you'll collect here is the high jump. As you can probably guess, this allows Sophia to jump higher and reach enemies and platforms that she couldn't jump to before.
Last semester only below. I don't see any continue screen, any password screen, any options, nothing. So, there we go.
Press start.
Oh, it's password game.
Game or password. Woo! That means I can play. Kind of.
Go.
New game we're going to start with. Are we underwater?
No, this is like the same as the first Nintendo game. It's like literally the same exact level, looks like. Oh, you can't even see that thing now.
That's weird.
Yeah, this looks like it's the first level of the Nintendo game. What exactly in the hell are you doing?
Oh man, I tried to... What are you supposed to do?
Oh, it's a little different. Okay.
That's impossible.
There's your password. Type it down. A0A0A0A8.
You want me to write it down?
No. I'm not gonna lie. Earlier we tried it with the Super Nintendo, or the Super Game Boy, I mean, like we always do.
It looked like crap.
You only get 4 colors. So we're gonna play it with the Game Boy player. You need the CD, in case you guys don't know, maybe I'll explain some other time. You can play Game Boy Advance and also Game Boy Color and regular Game Boy on the GameCube with this boot up disc. So we're going to try and play it on the GameCube to get all the colors. This looks much better in the GameCube Game Boy player than a Super Nintendo Super Game Boy.
Blaster Master, enemy below. And we now we have password. Password game.
There we go.
colors look much better.
Oh, make a widescreen. So the big A button jumps, B button shoots. Alright, this is definitely much better than the other one. This still seems really loud. What the hell? So if you want to play Game Boy Color on your TV, some games are compatible with Super Game Boy, but if you have a GameCube, I recommend getting this. This looks much better. It's like a completely different game. So we're going to try and get back to where we were before we cut the video. We're still in stage 1 and had the key. Just stand on top of him, hon. That's all I gotta do.
Why are we shooting?
Are you trying to walk into every enemy you see?
Hey, I'm not doing that terrible, so cut it out.
I don't know if you read the rules, but you don't kill me walking into them, they kill you.
There's like nothing in these boxes.
But I don't like you calling box. It looks like a box. Where's the lid? It's a freaking rock. Okay.
It's like a box. Where's the lid?
I mean, how many shots do these guys really need to take?
You need that.
That's like 5-6 grenades. Jeez. It's harder than the final bosses. Go down! I got problems. This always not better than the other one. You got full gun.
So just go over the top.
Let's do this!
Alright. I'm excited.
Huh? What?
Said, alright.
Alright,
How
what?
many times you gotta hit it?
I'll go up there and probably bomb him, but I don't feel like trying.
Woo!
Jeez. What's I got now? High jump. It's a new one.
Yeah, like you get like springs under your shoes or something.
It's not for him, it's for the car. On to Area 2, which we call the castle. Here you'll see very similar enemies, including the mines, and of course these little annoying worms that aren't too easy to shoot. Right about now this game seems like a hack or a remake because it has all the same elements, just rearranged differently with a few new additions. This boss here is the ground snake. Don't be too worried about this little guy. At first he seems pretty difficult because he's moving so fast, but then once you see this X pattern he's using, it gets a little bit easier. You get the engine boost for defeating this boss, which allows Sophia to go against what they're calling the wind. This so-called wind is actually symbolized by these blue blocks with arrows on them. Without this item, of course, you can't go this way. Same Area 2 as Nintendo.
Hopefully we had everything we need for Area 2.
Guess we'll find out.
Would it not let us go, or would it? So these enemies kind of look similar to...
That's fair. But probably not without getting hit, right? Like, that's literally impossible to get down there. So, tall jump. I'm supposed to be here. Well, I guess we can't go here yet.
Oh, I bet you need that walking on the wall and the ceiling thing, remember?
I hear you. Still one?
I think so. There it is.
Okay, hopefully this is correct. It's one of my least favorite enemies, the eyeballs and shoot stuff. Come on, I didn't just like touch them two little pads there and you go out the door. Whatever, you guys are annoying as hell. the hell? He wasn't shooting that way at all. I didn't even want to go out. I got the key, babe.
Woo! We got a key.
Got a key. Got no hyper jump apparently.
That poor guy. He's got one eye and a buck tooth.
That's rude.
And you're shooting at him.
Just shoot at me first. Perfectly fine just walking by. He don't let me do that, does he? Bring it. Where you going, sissies?
They're running away from you.
He's got one eye too, babe, and no teeth.
That's true, and you're still destroying him. He's like a robot falling apart.
Oh, bro, I need that. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Whoa, buddy. I ain't got the controls for that, dog. You got chill.
Now if it's like the other boss, it's gonna get a billion hits, so...
What the hell? How am I supposed to maneuver around now with this freaking guy? Yes! Thanks, babe, for giving me the help.
You like barely got hit that time. Good job.
Got an engine. Here, you found it. See them arrows? Mm-hmm. Well, the engine lets us go against the wind. That's supposedly like a current. So, there you go. You found it, babe, all by yourself.
On to level 3, the warehouse. There are some added backgrounds here throughout this level that are unique to this game. Fred is back as the poisonous frog boss in this level. This is the first recycled boss of this game, and just like Nintendo, Fred is jumping around the screen and can only be shot when his mouth is open. Beat this boss and you'll get the hover, which allows Sophia to float in the air.
Level 3.
I found it.
Same background as Nintendo level 3. Here's where you want to be, I think. Nintendo, this is where...
I'm gonna die. Look at those dodging skills.
Yep.
Ah!
Let's go. Like, what the hell? See? I told you.
Was locked?
Yeah, so... This ain't the right way. Okay.
Yeah, there were two.
Isn't that I killed it? It's just glitched out. Like that one I killed. Shit!
It's back.
Shit!
I hope you watch this video and see how much of an idiot you look like.
Look like or sound like?
Both.
These boxes have nothing in them. At least Nintendo had like once in a while. There's just nothing. There's just so many empty boxes around.
You think it's the boss?
Hey!
Oh, there's Fred!
3, fire. 3, tongue.
And if this is like Nintendo, you can only shoot him when his mouth is
Free
open.
fire. Is that it? Is this easy? Shit! 3 fire, 3 tongue. That's his only pattern?
So,
Damn! It's hard to get to the side of him.
he jumps like on you.
It's one of their choices there, right in front of his face.
Not when he does his tongue. Yeah, Nintendo seemed a lot easier. Like he didn't like jump right on top of you.
Yes! It was hitting him.
Woo!
3 bosses down. Let's see what we got this time. Hover. To get to area 4 from 3, you have to make your way back through level 2 and 1. This would be a good time to pick up the first special bonus, which can be found in area 1 using your newly acquired hover. On to area 4, which has the familiar sewer type theme. This level starts out with a maze. If you don't take the right path through these doors, you'll keep cycling through the same sections. The second part of this level looks a little different, but sticks with the sewer theme and keeps up with the same color schemes as well. This level is a little tricky because it makes you think you're doing the same thing twice and possibly going the wrong way, when actually you're not. When you finally get to this dark blue room, you know you're getting close to the end. As the game progresses, there are a lot more areas we have to get out of Sophia and venture off as Jason in order to get to the door with the boss. The boss's level is the lobster, another variation of the Nintendo lobster boss. Remember the guy shooting out all them bubbles? Well, it's his little brother. This boss, a lot like the other bosses in the game, is very difficult because the screen is so small and the sprites are so big. The boss takes up like half the screen, so again, if you don't have an upgraded weapon, good luck with this boss. The item that you'll collect here is Gun 1, which upgrades Jason's default gun in both range and strength. So you have to go back through level 1 to get to level 4, just like the Nintendo. Starting to see a pattern here. Every level you have to go walk as Jason to get a key, and then go back to Jason to fight a boss. Go in there, get all the hovers. Go up here, it takes an hour and a half. Bitch.
You need to go get more hovers.
What would there be a P in here for? Huh? As soon as you go back out, you're gonna get back in your car anyway. Come here.
Careful.
Oh, what the hell? Doing something wrong? This is the slowest hover I've ever seen in my life on a car. You know what I'm saying, bro? I've seen a lot of cars hovering. This gotta be the slowest.
Yeah.
What the hell's this? Look the same, but it's different? What the hell? It's exactly the same, but it's different. This is probably the boss, too, which is really not good. This is really gonna make me upset, but...
Yeah, because how are you going to find that?
Oh, hello. How the bubbles move, like... How I hit him? Is that hitting him?
Yeah.
Frick! Look at the bubbles, like... With this kind of controller? No way. I can shoot them? I'm dead. Damn, I gotta do all that shit again! It's like an hour down there. To click the hover again. Go through all the whole boring ass level again. Where am I? Do they play their own games?
Like, I like the idea of mazes, but like, to have to go through it every time you die is like kind of ridiculous.
She did her 3 lives. She died the boss. Try him again. How supposed to get to a boss first time ever in your life and just all of a sudden know what to do with them? Like, oh, this is gonna be a guy who spits bubbles at me. 3 bubbles. I'll dodge the bubbles. Oh, they're shootable. Okay, hit him in the mouth at this point. Figure all that out and then beat the level without dying. Once I see what he's doing, it's fine. Not that bad. What we got?
So...
Gun. Told you. Let's see what that is, so we know.
What?
Let's see what this is, just so we know. Come on, bitch. What the hell is this? Just sit in the middle of nowhere is the crusher?
Here we go. Moment. Try Jason.
Oh yeah, try those dumb Jays. What the hell? You serious? His gun is different from the car's gun?
Oh my...
Yeah, it says gun 1 is by him.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, it's real funny.
Now on your way to level 5 would be a good time to pick up the second special item, which can be found in Area 2 and requires Gun 1. You are now also able to get the fourth special item, which is in Area 3 and requires Hover and Gun 1. So from 3 you can make your way to 5 by jumping out of Sophia and shooting these bricks with your new powerful gun. Area 5 is your typical annoying underwater level, where you're moving in slow motion until you find the upgrade to help Sophia swim underwater. The Jason section in this level was a real maze. You have to fall down the holes to lead to the lower rooms until you can finally find the boss. The boss is a big shellfish, protected by his smaller shellfish buddies. So obviously, you have to first get through the layers of the smaller enemies to get to the bigger one. You can only shoot them when their mouths are open, and when you defeat the whole row, they conveniently move down so you can start working on the next row. This is definitely another boss that takes up the whole screen. So again, there's not much room for evasion with this boss. Here you'll get to dive, which of course allows Sophia to move freely in the water. You don't have to go too far this time to get to Area 6, because it's actually accessed from Area 5.
So we're level 5. You want to explore or not? You have no idea where we're going. You have to get out like, yeah, I'm gonna say, you have to get out and swim like you did on Nintendo.
Should we try going here?
Just go wherever, I don't know how we're going.
So it looks like...
You can't make that fall. Oh, come on, you're done.
What's that door?
It's level 6.
That's the locked door.
No, it's level 6. So we just were, wasn't it? Ah! Yeah! Alright, now I gotta get to the boss, figure out how to beat the boss, and beat the boss without dying, because I know this is really far away. And I cannot stand them guys. The frick was that? Like, fell down? That was weird.
What happened?
Made like a fall down sound. Like, blue! You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I guess you can fall off the edges. That's the first time I've seen that in like this game. Wait. Oh, but he don't? Alright. Now I need to know what's going on. Yeah, I fall down, but they can walk right across it. Man. Wait, why am I back here? Wait, where is this? It's all the way back to the beginning?
Looks like it.
Are you serious? Okay. Boss man. What the frick is this crap? Space Invaders?
Nothing.
The mouse gotta be open. Shit. I can do this. Come on! Ah! It's just too close. No time to react. Okay, what are you guys gonna do? Oh, coming down here too? Shit! I need to stay up there. Wow! Well, so you gotta play for a half hour to give a boss one shot, and then, oh, sorry. Go back to the beginning of the level and do it all over again.
And all of the areas look exactly the same, so...
What you want, sucker? Coming down?
It's gonna be crazy.
4 or 5. 3 big slow ones. Oh, come on, bro. That's all you got? Get the hell out of here. Little minis are stronger than you are. Bitch. Okay, now I'm getting pissed. No more guns. Yes!
Woo!
Man.
Yeah!
What do we got?
Now
A diver.
We don't
Yep.
know where the car is.
I know where it's at, but it's... I might as well die. Up next is Area 6, the ice level, where the ground is slippery both inside and outside of Sophia. It's another maze level, of course, where if you go the wrong way, you can end up back at the start of the level. This boss, known in the book as a dinosaur, actually looks almost identical to the Plutonian boss in the NES game, with almost the exact same face. The Plutonian boss was the NES final boss, so it's interesting that they're using this here as a regular boss. The only thing that this boss does in this game is charge at you and shoot twice, so all you have to do is dodge him and shoot him in the mouth in order to defeat him. This boss will give you Wall 1, which allows Sophia to drive up the walls. At this point, you have to do the biggest backtracking section of the game, having to go from level 6 back to 5, 3, 2, 1, and back to 4, which leads you to 7. It's confusing. If you didn't get any of the special weapons that we described earlier, now is probably a good time, because basically, you're going back through all the levels anyway.
Woo!
Level 6, the ice one. Ah, that's a good start, Bay. That's a great start. Come on. I can't get in there, can I?
Where?
In here. Shit! Bitch! Oh, what, you can't even touch them? I'm sorry, I mean, you know, like, it's all new and then I just get killed. You mad? Aww.
What?
The boss we just beat was called the Shellfishes. They said fishes. Here's a hint. If your power meter becomes 0, the game is over. It's a good hint, right?
Yeah. There it is! Oh!
Alright, give me. You're taking way too long.
There it is.
That's
what I did.
bullshit.
Babe, that's what I did.
Whatever, bro.
What are you doing?
Oh, look, it's real easy.
You always go up and then down, but why?
Like, it's real easy, babe. Like, you can get your first try or something. You know what I'm saying?
Is that where it is?
Why don't you just jump from, like, not the edge, but a little bit in. Like, right there. Okay, just chill. Chill! Give me it. You only got 2 left.
Woo! Babe, don't make me do that again. Now wait a second. That's how you get home.
Okay, well, I don't want to go home now.
Good thing we learned that in the Nintendo game. If you're ever at a point where the blocks are going to reappear and you can't get back, that's your way out. You don't want to go that way or else you have to do the whole thing over.
Sure. Yay!
Boss time. Do you need anything before then? Need some water?
What store did I come in?
You came in on that one.
Uh-oh. It looks like a...
You got one.
Too high. It's in, like, right in his jaw. Let the fireball go under you. Get a little bit. Get out. Under you. Get a little bit. Get out. Right back?
Yep. Is this the final boss or something? How many hits you gonna take?
You tell him, back.
Oh my goodness.
Yes!
Woo!
Oh, that level's horrible. Wall.
Now,
You got wall 1.
now I guess we can walk on the wall. I will say, I give your 7-year-old self props for playing this game as far as you did. Because I think a lot of kids wouldn't, you know, be able to figure even that much out.
I never played this game in my life.
Not this individual game, I mean Plastic Master in general.
How is this? 5? I don't want to go to 5. 3? How'd I go from 1 to 5, then back in, now it's 3? How'd that even happen? Huh? Now I'm back in 3.
I was reading a question down here. It says,
The game glitches, is that what it says?
what is with the extra entrance to Area 5 from Area 1? There's an extra entrance that takes you to Area 5 from 1. However, when you re-enter it, it takes you back to the entrance area for level 3.
Gosh.
So the obvious answer is that they were originally planning to connect 1 and 5 and just forgot to take that out.
Yeah, great.
Area 7 is the cave level, which is easily the most annoying level of the game. Now, the majority of this level is made up of a maze that makes absolutely no sense, even to us after having beat it. The level is basically one room with 4 doors. You go in and out of the different doors in the room until it leads you to something else. From what we were able to tell, there's no trick to this, and it seems to be completely random. If you're somehow able to figure out a pattern, let us know, because we're convinced that there is none. Once you're lucky enough to finally make your way to the boss, you find the jellyfish, which is another reused boss. This jellyfish charges at you as well as shoots electricity. These are new attacks for this boss that weren't in Nintendo. As slow as this guy is, it's not very easy to dodge him and then get back into the position to shoot his red eye. This boss will drop Wall 2, which, you guessed it, allows Sophia to drive on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh. Alright, we're up to level 7.
7 has 2 keys too.
Well, I already have a key, so who cares? Where'd the key go? We had 2, we had 1.
That's annoying. Where did it go?
We got 2, we only used 1. And then, now it's gone.
Maybe
Maybe you only need 1 key. Maybe you only need 1 key. There's just 2 of them in the level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only need to get one or the other. Well, that's a doorway. Did you ever thought that was a doorway?
No.
That's why not a gamer like me. I didn't know it was a doorway. I could just tell. Okay, so we're in this big room. There's 4 doors, 1 in each corner. And they all lead back to the same spot.
They all lead back to another spot in the same room.
So I don't know. Well, what the hell are we doing? It's just the same room with 4 doors in it. They all lead back to the same room. Suppose he's supposed to appear. Alright, well before I went in that door, alright? Let's see if I got on this one. I'm in that room, so no matter what, I'm in this room. Okay, it's definitely different. Oh, another block puzzle. Yep. Just this way. Hey, remember this from Nintendo? This green weird area in the trees? Where am I going here? Boop.
We're going to the boss.
Yeah, where's that at? You dumbass!
That takes 2.
It's obviously way below me. See the shadows? How am I hitting it? Huh? Look at where my feet are at. How could I possibly have hit that?
Okay.
Where am I going? Look at all these different paths. Come on. Hey!
Looks like
What
a
the
brain
frick?
with little tentacles.
What the hell is he doing?
So it like shoots out tentacles or something.
It's the boss. It's the first boss from Nintendo one. It's just a little bit different. I don't know when I'm supposed to be hitting him.
I think when that circle comes in the middle.
I don't like this when someone gets trapped. Yes! Oh, I do not want to do that again. Oh. Wall 2. I go upside down.
2. I bet you that means you can go upside down.
Gee, how'd you guess that, babe? Alright, let's get to level 8 and get the hell out of this game. Level 8 has the same organic living type stuff like the Nintendo game did. The level itself is very difficult with a lot of precise platforming around these spikes like in this area. To get to the boss, you must go through the hardest chasing section of all, which is very long, difficult, and tedious. If you don't make it, you have to go all the way back and get through all level 8 again, going through all the spike sections with Sophia. The final boss is the Amoeba, which took us at least 15 tries to beat. Not only do you have to get all the way through the Jason section, which by itself is like a gauntlet, but then you have to also beat an insanely difficult boss. There are 5 sections to the Amoeba boss, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and that one in the middle. You have to destroy each of these sections, but the problem is, they're only vulnerable by their moving and shooting at you. There are also smaller amoebas, being shot out by the larger center one the entire fight. Each of these 4 sections takes approximately 1 billion hits before it's defeated. Yeah, I counted. And then, once you finally kill the 4 smaller sections, the larger guy in the middle turns red and starts moving from side to side while constantly firing lasers at you. Also, to add to the craziness, there are also 2 other amoebas charging at you every couple of seconds. Being that there is no strafe in this game, this guy is almost impossible. Wait a second. This game does have a strafe in it. We are first playing a section without knowing about the strafe function. The strafe function helps out a little bit, but it's still pretty difficult to use because you must hold down the A button to make it strafe, while also holding down the B button. This of course requires the same thumb, unless you have 2 thumbs on one hand. So here's your 2 options to use. 1, hold the controller all goofy like, or option 2, make it a 2-player game. The one player holds down the A button to strafe, while the other player plays the game normally. You can basically stand right in front of the boss, strafing back and forth, shooting constantly. And then it's pretty much just a matter of who will run out of life first. Area 8!
Hold on. Oh.
Wow, I'm so happy. It's like Nintendo's got this creepy look. Here, kill me. Creepy music, the organic looking level, whatever heck we're inside of or something. Whatever, dude.
We saw Fred once in this game. Where's the rest of Fred? Maybe that'll be the final boss.
So,
Oh, this crap.
I wonder if there's keys and crap in here too.
Probably.
I hope not. Huh?
That was the first room?
Yeah. It went down and to the left. On Nintendo, they gotta fall through these spikes. Did it again. Yep, it's the same. It's the door to the bottom right, or middle right. This is like Nintendo again. Over here is that jump that I can't make. Nope, it's not. So it's bottom right and middle right.
So which one do you go in?
Bottom right.
This has to be the final boss.
No. It's a door. And it's open. Either it's the final boss or then we don't need 2 keys or it's a key. This is like, it's the final boss like Nintendo, remember? Go straight up. This has to be. So maybe you don't need 2 keys. Should we try it? Freddy's life.
Yeah.
Alright, this may or may not be the final boss. What? Oh, it's a key. So at least we're going the right way, though. Now we have 2 keys. We have to go back the way I was going.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was a kind of a fake out. That's the final boss room in the Nintendo game. But here's just another key. So now we have 2 keys. There's nothing left in this game but the final boss.
Okay, this is like freaking impossible.
How can I do that? There's the door. Is that the door? Oh shit, that's the door.
Just do it.
How many did they take?
I don't know. Why don't you jump out and do this?
I wonder if we're supposed to. We're in. I got half health, but we're in. This guy's gonna give me a gun, because that's what they always give you. Damn it! I mean, come on!
That's stupid. You walked into a little piece of grass.
It's a hell of a lot of stuff to do without even dying. Get all the way there, get all the way through that, and then maybe fight a boss. And you can't die once. It's ridiculous. Wow, I made that one.
Yeah. Good job, Bay.
Thanks, Bay.
Don't do it. Don't.
Don't do what? Kill
Why
the
do you have
guy?
to kill all them.
Because they're shooting at me? How long is this part? Great!
I don't know what's going on.
Damn it!
Time out. Before you get all angry, what was going on with that?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be hitting or what was going on. Two of them were shooting at me, one of them was coming out at me. I thought I could kill that.
I thought you did too.
What the freak?
Maybe it's someone with a stronger weapon?
Oh, what the hell? There's no room to move! Yeah, apparently I didn't know the whole game you can strafe with the character. You hold in the grenade or shotgun button, whatever one you're using, and fire at the same time. It's kind of hard to hold down a button and push another button in without releasing the first button. See, it's really difficult. Hey, can you hold the A button down? Right, every time you talk, I just get hit. I think it's a coincidence, but it's just what happens. Don't let go of that button. Shit! That might be the game right there.
You can do it, babe. Got
That
it.
might be it. That
Got
one will
it.
hit.
No, you got it.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Oh.
Finally!
Is that recording? Oh my gosh. Oh.
If it wasn't, then we'd have to figure out. And then that's the last we'll see of him. I didn't even see what it said.
It wasn't that interesting.
Bye, Jason.
It was a two-player game after all.
It was a two-player game. However, I don't know how you do that on a Game Boy.
I don't know, but that's some teamwork there. That was definitely the longest game I've ever played on this show and the most difficult. Right?
Yeah, so far.
Did it, Bay. Teamwork.
We did it! So what do you think the final thoughts in the game? You won't be playing that again, right?
No. The game overall is not that bad. It's kind of like they took the first game and just like reimagined it. All levels are kind of the same theme in music, but different. There's a couple reused bosses, but some of the bosses are new. It's kind of like somebody hacked the first game and made this.
A lot of the mazes are more like monotonous and
It's definitely the much more exploration and maze based than the Nintendo or Genesis or any other one. Mm-hmm. It's the most non-linear Blast Master so far. It's not bad, but you gotta have some patience, and thank God there's a password because you cannot play this in one sitting. Took us like 3 days to film this. Again, it's the most difficult and most longest game we've played so far, I think. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next week for some more Blaster Master coverage.
Bye.
Bye. This boss will give you wall 1, which allows Sophia to drive up the walls. Kind of like my bae drives me up the wall.
Bae?
What?
I knew you were gonna type that.
It's not the right password.